Howdy, Banjo Ben here again. BanjoBenClark.com. This is your home for learning materials, videos, tabs for banjo, mandolin, and guitar. All of those in one site. What do you know? But today's video concentrates on pull-offs, okay? But instead of telling you, hey, Banjo Ben says go practice your pull-offs 100 times a day, and to have you sit there and that's boring. I don't like practicing like that. I can't expect you to practice like that. So instead, what I've done is written a song that exemplifies almost every type of pull-off you can possibly do, with all fingers, to all strings, 8th note pull-offs, 16th note pull-offs, and I think that you're going to have fun learning it. You're going to have fun playing it. It's actually one that you could just play as an instrumental if you wanted. It's called Touch and Go, which is essentially what we do whenever we pull off, right? I'm a pilot. I like touch and goes. You pilots out there will know what I'm talking about. But check out this song, and then we got the tab for it here on the website, and you print that tab off, and then we'll dive into it. Make sure you're doing your pull-offs right, because a lot of people don't do them right, and they're very, very important. Check it out. For you Gold Pick members on the site, I would like to take just a quick minute and ask you to go over and click on Banjo tabs in the red member area box and download the PDF for this particular tab. It's called Touch and Go, because I'm going to be referring to it a lot, and it'll help you if you have that to look at. You can either print it out and set it there beside you as you watch the video, or just have it on your screen that you can glance at. The first thing I'd like to do is talk about a couple different categories of pull-offs, and this happens with hammer-ons and slides as well, and that's the timing differences. We generally deal with two different time of pull-offs, generally with an 8th note pull-off or a 16th note pull-off. For those of you who aren't familiar with theory and the musical lingo, don't worry, it's not a big deal. I will explain it to you by letting you hear it, and I'd like to illustrate those for you right now. Essentially, an 8th note pull-off is going to happen at the same speed as the rest of the notes that you're picking. Okay, does that make sense? So let's do a little musical example here, just a little four note lick, and I'm going to play an 8th note pull off from the 3rd fret of the G string to the 2nd fret of the G string. Now if you'll notice there, the pull off, which I'm not picking that note that I pull off to, that's why it's called a pull off, is the same speed as the first two notes that I played on the D and the B string. Okay, it's important to distinguish that type of pull-off on your tab. If you look at measure 1 on Touch and Go, the very first pull-off is an 8th note pull-off. Okay, now the second kind that we're going to talk about today are 16th note pull-offs, and these generally happen, they always happen, twice as fast as an 8th note pull-off. So that means we'll use the same lick, but whenever I pull off from the 3rd fret to the 2nd fret, I'm going to do it twice as fast as the rest of my notes. Let's listen to that. Once again. So these happen twice as fast as my first two notes. It's important to distinguish those two because they're notated differently in the tab. If you look at the first measure there, Touch and Go, the very first pull-off is an 8th note pull-off. And then we immediately have a 16th note pull-off, the same note one that I just illustrated. So that the whole measure sounds like this.
Every step since you've been it's been good.